Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Divinely Transformed, where freedom begins within. Together, we break the chains of karma and reclaim our power and rise into divine sovereignty. Your path to autonomy and freedom starts right here. Thank y'all so much for being here. I'm so glad that you could make it. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio. You could have Scorpio anywhere in your chart for this to resonate. And of course, you could be dealing with someone who has some Scorpio placements. And of course, these readings don't resonate with everyone. Please keep in mind. Also, keep in mind that time is fluid and not linear, which means that for each individual person watching, that means this could be past, present, or future energy, depending on who's watching it. So, with all that being said, I do want to let everybody know that I have daily content over on TikTok still, but I have decided to not use X anymore. And so I'm not including that link in the description box anymore. I don't like the platform, but I still have TikTok, and that link is in the description box below. So without further ado, let's find out what the Holy Spirit wants us to know for Scorpio. Ooh, be assertive. I love it. But you know, I don't think Scorpios really have that much trouble being assertive. But let's see. Maybe you have some other placements that kind of get in the way a little bit, because every Scorpio I know, they're assertive on some level. Even if they're just staring at you, they're showing their assertiveness. All right, Father God, what are the messages for Scorpio and their cross watchers? Please and thank you. All right, we have the Emperor. I love this. This is stability, this is routine, this is structure, and like very much structure, discipline, routine, order. Ooh, I love it. Maybe you have Aries in your chart, but maybe that doesn't have to always be the case. Like, I don't have any Aries in my planets, but I have Aries in my 9th house, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But since I brought that up, you could always watch videos that you know that govern that house. So, like, for example, you wanted to watch your 9th house Aries. So you could, check out Aries and find out those messages. Kind of an interesting side note, but I love that the Emperor is here. So, what else? Oh my gosh. The Magician. So, somebody's manifested this. It's coming into reality, or it already has. The Magician is the card of Gemini and Virgo, because both of those signs are ruled by Mercury. And the Magician is about having everything at your disposal to make something happen. Ew. But we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. So there's a block in communication. There's just a standstill of events happening. So like the 8 of Wands, this is all kinds of stuff happening at once. Lots of communication, lots of just stuff happening. This is the exact opposite. This is like nothing's happening. There's no communication. Maybe they don't have a way of communicating with someone here. Maybe that is part of it. But this is like a complete standstill. 8 of Wands reverse talks about like how nothing's really happening. It's kind of a stagnant energy. What's this Eight of Wands reversed about? It's about a Queen of Pentacles. So it looks like this Emperor Magician person wants to be in communication with somebody who's a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but yet there's no contact, there's no communication. Maybe there's a block, but maybe the information was never, maybe this person never had that information is what I'm trying to say, like your phone number or any way of getting a hold of you, knowing where you live, anything like that. So Ace of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords. The bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. So someone here's coming from someone who was an attention seeker, the Six of Wands, wanting public recognition, public image, someone who tries to intentionally fit like a narrative, like a PR narrative, like as portraying themselves as being something that they're not because of this here. Get the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Seven of Swords in the upright. So the Ace of Cups in reverse, it talks about love that is conditional. And the Ace of Cups in reverse it's the lack of empathy, and it's the lack of any real emotion. This is like love with conditions. Like, the only way I love you is if this, and this happen. You do this, and this, or you become this, or whatever the case is. But it's an energy that doesn't connect with anyone. This is very selfish, right? And this isn't what love is. And then we have the Seven of Swords here, which is all about deception and trickery. But this person had deceived themselves before they went and turned to deceive others. I feel like this is a person who pretended to be somebody that they weren't. They pretended to be the best version of themselves when it suited, like, in public. Like, this person had like a hidden way of being other than the way they're presenting. This is somebody who you could never do enough for. And this person would never let on that their love was that conditional. And this person was very deceptive about their level of empathy. This person can't be honest with themselves. Why do we have this weird energy here? Got the Queen of Swords in the upright and the Seven of Wands. Well, this is clearly another person in this situation. The Ace of Cups reverse, Seven of Swords person is being represented by the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who prefers logic over emotion. The Queen of Swords is extremely intelligent, and they're also manipulative. We've got 2 sevens on the board, 77, with the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. And we all know that 77 is either a lesson or a blessing. And those of us that are truly awakened, lessons are blessings. It's just a different kind of blessing. The blessing is wisdom and experience. But this is someone who feels like they have to defend themselves and stand up for themselves with the 7 of Wands here. And they use deception and manipulation tactics in order to do that. This person isn't always honest. This person twists narratives, twists the truth to fit a narrative is what I mean. This is a person who time and time again refuses to transform because they have fixed false beliefs about what's real and what's not. And this is someone who can't be honest with themselves that they don't have any empathy for other people. And this Queen of Swords is also someone who cannot be honest with themselves about what they expect from other people and use love in order to achieve set expectations from the other person or other people. This is very deceptive. There's an element of trickery here, because this person is pretending to be somebody that they're not. They're pretending to be honest. They're pretending to be wise, but they're hiding behind insecurity and completely hiding the insecurity. This is someone who always plays the victim. They always have to stand up for themselves. And they use their words to do that. And those words do not come from a heart-centered place. They are cold and they are calculated. These words, they can be anything from I feel like this person tells many people in a community, at a place, a group of people, the same thing, and it's always rehearsed and it's always polished. Here with the 6 of Wands, because they want this attention, right? And as long as they're getting the attention, it's taken the focus off of the truth. And the truth is that this person has no empathy for other people. This person has very high expectations of other people that they love, and they expect nothing less. In order to give love and support to someone, they have to feel like the conditions are being met. This is the kind of person who has children. And I'm kind of just looking at this angel baby here. So this person has children, and in a lot of cases they probably do. This is someone who raises their children with logic and fear. This is someone who projects fear, and they're projecting deception, and it's coming out as defensiveness. Someone that always does this person wrong. It might feel like it's true to them, but that's only because this person has, like I said before, they've deceived themselves. And I feel like this Emperor, this magician person, they want nothing to do with this Queen of Swords. They're trying to communicate a Queen of Pentacles. And this is like irrespective of signs, but it could correspond with Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, probably not Venus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. But this person is looking for more than just words. They're looking for more than just ideas and conversations. They're looking for someone with integrity, and this Queen of Swords is not in their integrity. This Emperor, this Magician, this other person here, they see this Queen of Swords for who they are now. They see the trickery here. So, like, the Emperor is over top the Ace of Cups reversed. So, the Emperor is standing over the conditional love and saying, hey, I see that, and I see that in you, and I don't like it. The Magician is on top of the Seven of Swords, and the Magician is like saying, hey, I see your deception, and I see how you lied to yourself first in order to sound so believable, right? And there's like no contact between the Emperor, Magician, and the Queen of Swords here, because the Eight of Wands in the reverse is at the top. So there's no communication with either this Queen of Swords or the Queen of Pentacles. And this Queen of Swords is very defensive about this Queen of Pentacles. They feel like this Queen of Pentacles has done something personal to them, this Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords, and instead of doing the work and being honest and developing integrity and developing a sense of real fairness and through truth, instead of any of that, this person clings to illusions, lies, delusions, and just plain not looking at their own flaws and faults, and instead project this image that they're perfect and that they are worthy of being praised. They are worthy of being recognized. They are worthy of being thanked. But for what? Like, the fruits that this Queen of Swords here has is rotten. This is rotten fruit. The love's meaningless if it has conditions applied to it. And the Seven of Swords is all about deceiving yourself about your own intentions. Therefore, you're definitely manipulating and deceiving others. This Queen of Swords' actions and words do not match. This person wants to be known as smart, honest, wise. But they're not doing it honestly. This isn't a reflection of their true self. They're suppressing undesirable parts of themselves. And it's in their shadow. And this person lives unconsciously, obviously, with having a lack of empathy and having love that's conditional for people, but then not being even honest about that. This person doesn't know how to be honest about anything, because this person always has a narrative of defense. And that is where the bell I heard in my head, the narrative of defense. Like, this person is defensive because they want to keep this squeaky clean image. They want to keep this polished image of themselves. They want to be known as truthful and honest and fair and always speaking the truth and always being wise and always being smart and always having a solution. However, that is just not the reality here. This person's not being their authentic self. And they're being seen for who they are, especially by this emperor magician person. And yeah, got the Knight of Pentacles here. Like, this is something that's been going on for a long time. I think both situations have been going on for a long time. There's like a block of communication between this Emperor Magician and this Queen of Pentacles. And there's also hints of this Emperor Magician dealing with this Queen of Swords for a long time as well. Because you would almost have to be like in a relationship with this Queen of Swords for a long time to really see that their love was conditional and that it was deceptive and it was manipulative. This person uses fear and control to dominate others and to protect the image that they've created for themselves. And this is something that they've been doing for a long time. So the Knight of Pentacles is clearly just highlighting that, like, whatever these 2-3 individual situations are, like, this has been a long time coming. And there's been a lot of time invested, a lot of time spent, and a lot of time in no contact. But not necessarily a long time of no contact with the Queen of Swords. That could be fresher. I feel like it is. I feel like this is a divine masculine realizing their worth. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles said or did something like they planted a seed, and then over time the seed was freedom and autonomy, and over time that seed of freedom and autonomy, it watered and it grew, and it took a long time here with this Knight of Pentacles, but the point is that the seed, it grew, and this person has finally reached to a status where they have discipline, they have structure, they have order, but it's not control. There's like a flexibility here, but there's also like a strength, resilience. Yeah. So like there's like a resilience that's been built here, and it's really been about using experience, wisdom, balanced emotion, and sacred fire through those, and through accessing all of the elements This Emperor Magician has been able to see this Queen of Swords for exactly who they are. And this Queen of Swords is still not being honest about who they are. I don't think this Queen of Swords knows how to be honest, because they've been in this programming for so long here with this Knight of Pentacles. This is something that they've always done. They've hidden their insecurities. They've hidden their expectations of others. They've hidden the conditions that they placed on people, and they turn it into something else. And they make it sound sweet, and they make it sound like, oh, I love you so much, but then they're sneaking off and they're doing other shit that doesn't prove that they love anybody, because they're lying and they're sneaking around. They're probably cheating and shit. All that could have probably happened. And this Queen of Swords, all the while, she's just like sitting there and like doing what they've always done, and still defending themselves, and because of the insecurities that they hold. They don't want people to see them for who they really are. They want people to believe that they're a nice and good and caring person when they're actually cold and calculated. And this is a mindset that this Queen of Swords is very comfortable in, which has made them cruel. Wow. And for a long time, this Queen of Swords has been sucking up all this attention and has been getting like public recognition and public praises and just like publicly celebrated. And it's been going on for a long time. But there's no substance here. It's an illusion. It wasn't honest. And the Emperor Magician person, they see that now. They see the dishonesty. They see that it was all about the attention. It was all about the narrative. And it was all about covering up the things that they were doing, their words and their actions not aligning, and it was covering up their lack of empathy and the high expectations that they have on what they expect from people that they love to continue to love those people in that way. There's like a list of expectations this Queen of Swords has, and then isn't even honest about it, but still defends it anyway. So there's a real message here to be assertive. If this Queen of Swords is, in your life actively, and this person is around you, the best thing to do is just cut off all contact. If you're the Queen of Pentacles, I don't know how you would feel about contact with the Emperor Magician. I don't think they can get a hold of you. I don't think they know how to. I think they want to get a hold of you, but I don't think they know how. I don't know. They gotta be an Aquarian and think outside of the box, apparently. So, I'm going to go ahead and close this reading with final advice from Archangel Michael for Scorpio and the cross watchers. Please and thank you. The signs I have on the board are Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Take your time making this decision. It's a big decision, but be assertive. Don't be afraid. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Please remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. And thank you for protecting me. Yeah. Detach, step back, and allow all of these situations to naturally unfold. If this Emperor Magician person really is going to be getting hold of this Queen of Pentacles and the universe is okay with that, the universe will make that happen. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, this other card needed to come out too. Decide to be happy now. Thank you for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. Right. So this is someone really opening themselves and their heart up to happiness, joy, and bliss after dealing with someone who was like this. You're gonna have to take some time to heal from this person, because you can't carry these wounds, from this baggage, from this last relationship. I don't know if this was like whoever to you, but it was someone that you've had in your life for a long time, Scorpio. But it's time for you to do what's right for you, create boundaries, and finally know what it's like to really open your heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. Because you weren't before. That is why you attracted this person in the first place. So now that things are changed, you and this person are no longer in alignment. Your love is more unconditional instead of conditional, and this person hasn't changed with you. So you can decide that you can be happy now. And just because this person ain't happy doesn't mean that you don't have to be miserable with them. In fact, like, this person just is no longer aligned with you. And to stay in this person's presence, let alone in a same home with them, if that's who they are to you, like, it just becomes unbearable, because they're just so different, because you've done all this changing and growing, and this other person has not. And maybe they can get it together later, maybe they won't. It's up to them. But for right now, you're not in alignment with this person. You know that. So now it's time for you to be assertive. Do what's best for you. Decide to be happy now. But make sure that this is what you want and need to do. Don't do anything impulsively. Plan this. So that is what I have for y'all for now. I appreciate everybody so very much. Thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that y'all do. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. And like I said before, don't forget to check out my other content on my other platform, which is TikTok. And thanks for supporting my platforms in all the ways that y'all do. And I'll talk to y'all soon.